Hey guys, it's Ravenhawk6910 reporting once again. Now, if you were paying attention in the Fiddlers Grove video, you may have noticed something that was not there before I left home. Something different, and very interesting. Just before I left for the Groves, eBay struck again and produced this model here of the famous Georgia 300 Pullman private car. I honestly had no idea MTH had ever made the car at any point, so you can imagine my surprise when I saw it. It arrived here just in time to go on the trip with me and was a great addition to my excursion train. But now that we're back home, let's take a minute and talk about this obscure little item. First up, disclaimer. Yeah, you've seen it a million times by now, and people can read. At least I hope they can, so let's just get started. The Georgia 300 is likely the most famous private rail car in the United States. Built in 1930 by the Pullman Company and owned by Jack Hurd of Fernandina, Florida since 1985, this car has hosted everyone from railroad executives, CEOs, and lucky members of the public. But it's most well known for playing host to 4 U.S. presidents. Jimmy Carter, George H.W. Bush, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama have all used the car, mainly on whistle-stop campaign trips. MTH made this model of the 300 back in 2009 after it was used on the Obama Express train, which carried the then president-elect to Washington, D.C. for his inauguration. Unfortunately, it was in the 2009 Volume 2 catalog, which I don't have a copy of, nor can I find any digital images online, so I can't really show you what all was on offer with the car, or if there was anything on offer with it. But take my word for it, MTH 2009 Volume 2 catalog, it's in there. One of the things that some people may have a problem with is the fact that this car is not quite 100% accurate to the real Georgia 300. It's close, don't get me wrong. But the biggest thing is the fact that the car has an air conditioning duct along one of the sides. The 300 doesn't have any AC ducts of this design on it. The reason for this is because MTH is just reusing an old tooling they've used for many years for heavyweight cars, and that car mold has an AC duct on its side. If you watched my video of the CP Holiday train, you may have seen the 3 business cars from the train and noticed that they are an exact match to the Georgia 300 here. And that shows you how MTH reuses the mold. The 300 was made in 2009, and those cars were made in 2018, almost a decade later. The reason? It's much more cost-effective to reuse an old tooling and slap different paint schemes onto them than to make a whole new mold. And generally, MTH isn't known for making brand new molds unless they have to. This personally does not bother me, but I did want to point it out as there are some people who would have a slight issue with this minor problem, and really that's just what it is, a minor problem. If you're willing to look past this, you can see that this is just a typical MTH car in terms of build quality. So it's nice and solidly built and will run for years with proper care. One last thing I wanted to point out were the figures on the back platform. You know, I said one of the presidents to use this car was George Bush Sr. Well, on the back platform are 3 figures which represent the late President and First Lady Barbara Bush, and Vice President Dan Quayle behind them. Also on the drum head is the official seal of the President of the United States. Very cool. Alright, I've got the 300 in a short consist here, and look who's out of the box to pull them. It's the 2601. I haven't ran it for a while, so I thought it would be nice to break it out for this video. So with that being said, let's roll it out.
Take a look at the new order.
Alright, that just about wraps it up here. If you're interested in getting this car, its original MSRP at the time of release was $89.95. Due to the significance of the car, the price may go up slightly, but I would say if you find one, try to pay under $100 for it, because at the end of the day, it is just a passenger car and not a locomotive. Like I said, I found mine on eBay, so I would check there and any other place that sells used or new old stock model trains. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next review. This is Ravenhawk6910, signing off.